Destiny put out a tweet, hey, anybody want to come on and conversate with him about, I guess, the Israel-Palestine conflict? Dan Cohen, this is the wrong guy to bring on your show. Now, maybe Destiny didn't know who he was. This is what Dan says. I just humiliated Destiny, I think that's his Twitter, on his own stream so hard that he rage quit when I showed his audience the time he called for a genocide of Palestinians. And he didn't want them to see that. Now, let's go back. This is the tweet. He says, hey, I'm streaming to 10,000 people for the next few hours. If you want to hop on and chat about this, I love to have the conversation. I lean pro-Israel. Dan Cohen just DM'd me a way to contact you. So he said, because Dan replied. He goes on. Now, let's see. This
you don't
is
know
where
anything about Zionism.
Now, this is not the entire debate, of course, but this is what it evolves to, apparently. So this is the last 3.5 minutes of it. Let's listen to Dan versus Destiny.
You don't know anything about Judaism. You don't know anything about Zionism. And you're a YouTuber who lives in your living room. And that's how you make your living. I am a journalist. Lord. I actually have skin in the game. I go.
Oh, Lord. He come in blaze. Well, again, this is at the end, so he didn't come in like this. But for me, this was my introduction to the debate.
You don't know anything about Judaism. You don't know anything about Zionism, and you're a YouTuber who lives in your living room, and that's how.
Why Dan, and for that matter, Max is also effective when debating or challenging somebody on the Palestine-Israel thing, is because both of them are Jewish. Both of them are reporters. And for Dan, for that matter, I know Max have been there too, but Dan actually lived there for a year, 7 months, 3 years, 7 months in Gaza. So it's great. But let me see if I can get through this.
You don't know anything about Judaism. You don't know anything about Zionism. And you're a YouTuber who lives in your living room, and that's how you make your living. I am a journalist. I actually have skin in the game. I go to places that I talk about. Okay. So I actually know what I'm talking about, unlike you.
Gotcha. So you think that Jews would feel safe in a one-state solution? You don't think they have any reason to feel like their rights would be infringed upon, programs would happen, explosions would happen?
You keep going back to this.
Well, because that's the whole
democracy.
Reason. I'm not. It's not
democracy, dude.
I'm just trying to engage with what is a realistic solution forward.
We've been through this like 10 times. You keep asking me the same thing.
Do you think that when you're in the Gaza Strip and you're talking to other Arabs there, do you think that they're happy that people like you are encouraging the violence to continue indefinitely so you can build journalistic careers on it? Like, does that make you feel good? I'm just curious, right? Like, how many people have you met that have died in the recent attacks, and you're out here like on the internet jerking off an unworkable solution that'll never happen because it gets you clicks? Like, it's disgusting.
Buddy,
you realize that, right? Can you admit that? You know that a one-state solution will never happen, right? You understand that do you acknowledge that a one-state solution
who just wants to cheer on Benjamin Netanyahu? Right. No, you called for genocide. I have the clip right here. Why don't we play it? Why don't we play this clip?
We're doing the clip farming now? I don't have to. I don't talk in clips. I don't exist in 30-second clips.
Why don't we play?
Because I don't exist in 30-second clips. You have me right here.
No. Why don't we play it?
This is it. This is all it is. It's the clip farming.
Why don't we play it?
It's the clip farming. Yeah.
No, this is you calling for genocide. Why don't we actually play it and show your audience? Because I know you tried to hide it from your stream so people couldn't actually see it.
Do we want to go through your tweets where you're claiming U.S. Special Forces are in Israel on the Gaza border and it's literally pictures of like LARPing military? Oh, do you have any evidence of that?
U.S. Special Forces are in Israel. You can look it up.
I didn't say in Israel. I said on the Gaza border. You said they were on the Gaza border.
No, he didn't want to.
Here's you calling for genocide.
So he didn't want it because on StreamYard, what Dan did was share the video. But because it's Destiny's stream, Destiny has to approve it. He didn't approve it, so Dan goes to his phone. Oh, you don't want to do that? I'll just play it from my phone. Then he stops the stream.
Listen, I'm good, dude. If you want to talk in the
future,
future,
let me know. Are you going to cut me off because I'm showing you?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and have you play clips to me like we're 4 years old, dude.
Like, this is why I don't live in this world, because it's a bunch of milquetoast privileged white boys like Vosh and Hassan in this space and can't take fucking heat, like just milquetoast. and milquetoast people just kind of turn me off. But anyway, Dan edits this clip, so he cuts him off in the stream. But Dan, smart enough, before he posts this clip of this debate, adds at the end of this clip, Destiny calling for genocide. He asked the actual clip that he was trying to play.
Like, if you don't want to engage with the subject matter, if you don't know anything about what's going on, if you just want to throw out like a bunch of weird like Zionist conspiracy theories, if you just want to sit here like talk about how the only possible solution is a one-state solution, that's fine.
Man, are you gonna tickle fucking
knock yourself out? Knock yourself out. I hope that the Russian paychecks are worthwhile. You know, I hope
he's talking over so you can't hear it through the phone. That's some weak ass shit. But let's listen.
I hope you enjoy it. Have fun, my dude.
So now let's listen to the clip. And he goes, this is what it says. Here's the clip Destiny doesn't want you to see.
What do you think's the right move?
Honestly, I'm pro-genocide. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just draw its fucking borders about where it is now, and basically Palestinians can go live in another place.
Maybe he didn't know who Dan was.
It's really shitty, but like, that's about right.
You just think the Palestine should just pack up and Native American the fuck out of there?
The problem is that it seems like there is a hugely general hostility to Jewish people across really the entire world, definitely the Middle East. So the problem is that as you weaken Israel's like ability for Jewish people to live there, it seems like because there's a lot of different organizations across the Middle East that are highly invested in the destruction of Israel. So that's like a really rough thing too. So it seems like if Israel is forced to make concessions to Palestinians, it threatens Jewish people's ability to have a homeland. And so I don't know. It's really shit. Truthfully, the answer is like there's no good answer.
So just genocide. I'm pro-genocide. Completely a Western colonial settler frame of thinking. It's, well, yeah, we did these people bad, and if we give them freedom, they're all going to come murder us possibly. So let's just commit a genocide.